How can we learn to see the unseen? What does that even mean? To see the unseen? Well, there are many levels to the unseen. For example, love is unseen until you buy some flowers. The wind is unseen until it moves the water or trees. Our soul is unseen until we act with our bodies, and our spirit is unseen until it moves our souls. So, seeing what is unseen begins with realizing that everything that we actually see is being caused by something we can't see, and that the unseen realm is in this sense bigger and more influential than the realm of the seen. Even if we never thought about it in this way, most of our education is therefore about learning to see the unseen. Through books, we see events that happened before we were there to see them. Through microscopes and telescopes, we learn to see what is too small or too distant for our eyes to ever resolve. Through maths, we uncover the equations that help us to describe, yet never to fully explain the laws of nature, like gravity, which is just one of the many things that we cannot see, but know and feel and must respect. So seeing the unseen, that's what we mean when we talk about science, but it's also what we mean when we talk about art. Music, painting, design or architecture depend on our learning to see something unseen in our mind's eye before making it tangible for others to enjoy. So we've seen that the process of learning to see what is unseen is nothing new to many of us, and that so much of the physical world can't directly be seen. Finally, unseen ideas give rise to so much of what we can see. On these 3 points, can we agree? But now let's turn our attention to the great unseen. I'm talking about the unseen one who was there before anything was ever seen, and who spoke the very means of seeing into existence, when there was only deep, empty space. The unseen mouth that said, "Let there be light." The unseen face that smiles with joy as creation unfolds at his command. I'm talking about the unseen one who is now seen in everything good, if only we have eyes to see him. So this great unseen one who called himself I Am hides hints of his existence and notions of his nature in everything, which he upholds by the power of his word. He is no mere idea, nor is he the ideal that men have created to express the infinite or the sum of our religions. For certainly men create their own gods. Yet the one true God is above and beyond our imagination. Having created the entire universe and all that is in it, he stepped into his creation, clothing himself as a craftsman, showing himself as a son, and pointing to God as a father. He does miracles, signs and wonders while always talking about an invisible kingdom that is really here to be reached for. So roll up your sleeves. The unseen kingdom will be taken forcefully if need be. This kingdom of heaven is coming, and it's insulting to all who think they deserve it. It's for children and for newborns. Just inherit, receive it, this unseen kingdom. Confusing to say the least, but good news to the least. Good news to the poor in spirit, the pure in heart, the peacemakers, the persecuted. To all of these, the unseen God reveals himself, rewarding all who diligently seek him and desire to see him. So how can we learn to see what is unseen? We can turn to the sciences, or we can give ourselves to the arts, so we can surrender to the great unseen, who has now been seen as carpenter, teacher, healer and preacher, framed a blasphemer, found guilty for sins that he never committed, and punished for claims that were true, not imagined. The scandalous fail of frail systems of justice. A perfect man pays the ultimate price. While unseen on earth, it happens in heaven. Whole pages are torn from the book of our deeds. Forgotten forever our former transgressions as they enter our names in the great book of new life. So unseen was the word that got this ball rolling, and we've seen that this word became flesh as a man, sees the guilty and lonely, no one too unworthy to be seen and be loved by this giver of life. So now it's our turn to receive his instructions, see what he said, for his words are right, and gratefully seize every new day we're given. Unseen will be seen when we walk in his light.